Yo!
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Grovey?
I don't know. We're fucking hanging out, man.
We are, man. Fucking hanging out.
Yeah.
And,
beautiful day.
it is a beautiful fucking day,
Yeah,
man.
you know.
Humidity's low.
Yeah.
It's nice and, it's hot.
It's fucking hot,
It's-
but, humidity's done, so
Yeah. So that's
we'll take it.
That's a good deal.
Yes.
Shit's starting to open up around here, man.
Yeah.
We're,
Yep.
enjoying that, man. Went to the farmer's market today, and we both went to farmer's
Yeah,
markets.
I went up to Warwick, New York Farmers Market.
That was my plan till I woke up with the shits. And it's like, let me stay local.
Yeah, that's always a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but then I went to the Lafayette Farmers Market.
Cool.
It's all opened up now.
Yeah.
You don't have the shit around it, and you can bring dogs and stuff now. I didn't know that at the time, or I would have brought Rogers.
Sure.
But went there, loaded up on produce.
Yep.
Got some bread and
Yeah.
ravioli and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
then we cruised around. We stopped at a place in Sparta called
Okay.
I believe it's Rogue Cherry. I'll look that up and correct myself.
Oh, Rogue Cherry. I have their sticker right there on the bar.
Well, there you go.
That's where I bought all my sugar, flour, coffee, and tea decanters came from them.
Okay.
With all the skulls and bats on them.
Right. Well, that's
Yeah.
the name of the place
Yeah,
in
okay.
Sparta.
Yeah, all right.
That's the
Then,
place
yeah.
I went to.
Yes.
And
I bought them from her a long time ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think she was like online and
Yeah, somewhere in Ledgewood or something like that.
Well,
yeah.
so she's in Sparta now, and it's a cool little store, man.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff for the ladies,
Yeah.
and but it was cool. Went there, so we always like to support local businesses, especially new ones.
Yeah.
They're starting up. So
Yep.
if you're in North Jersey and traveling through Sparta for some reason,
Yes.
check out Rogue Cherry.
Sure. Man, I bought some cool kits. Salt and pepper shakers.
Oh yeah,
She
she had some cool ones.
All the stuff that holds, like I said, coffee, sugar, coffee, tea,
She had
flour.
some cool salt and pepper shakers there today that said cyanide and arsenic.
Oh, yeah, I seen
Yeah.
them. Yeah, yeah. I bought the ones with the bats.
Yeah,
So-
no, I saw those. She
Yeah.
had those on the shelf, and check that out. And but yeah, Stu and Dolly's is open.
Stu and Dolly's, man. Stu and Dolly's being built around us for the last couple of years.
That's right. We've been talking about it.
And now they're open.
Now they're open.
Yes.
And Laura's a big fan.
Yes. Laura's a big fan. A lot of people are big fans, man.
Yeah. So this place used to be a dive bar.
A real big dive bar.
Yeah, there was a couch that sat outside in
Yes.
all kinds of weather.
Yes, had certain drug stigmas.
Yeah.
And
they, they lost that place.
yes.
And the building just sat here, and friends of ours bought it
Yeah.
and turned it into a really cool spot, man.
Yeah, it's
And,
really nice.
It ain't a dive bar anymore.
No.
We got what's the beer list?
We got the beer list right here.
We got the beer list, the wine list. We got,
Yeah. Okay. So as far as beers that they have on tap, they have the usual. They have Bud.
sure.
Stuff like that. They Michelob Ultra. They have the big five, I would guess you would call it. But then they have their craft beer list is on tap. They have Mother Earth Brewing Company. They have Cali Cream Ale.
What a fucking beer that is,
man, that's everybody loves that.
And I don't like cream ales.
No.
Particularly.
No.
That beer, it tastes like a cream soda without the sugar.
Yes.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's a really just unique beer, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Mother Earth Brewing. They're good place. And they have
Out of California, Northern California.
Yeah, out of California. Yes. And they have several New Jersey beers. They have Beach House, and I believe that's from a Point Pleasant in New Jersey. They have We Were Made for Each Other Milkshake IPA.
Killer
on
IPA.
tap. They have Lone Eagle, which is, I think they're from Flemington.
Yeah,
I think
Lone
they're
Eagles in Flemington.
Yes.
We were supposed to do a show from there.
Yes, they have their SFH IPA.
Chiller
on tap.
IPA as well.
They have Evil Genius from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They have Stacy's Mom.
Another IPA, yeah.
on tap. And they have, which is something weird to have in Sussex County, considering the guys are from Sussex County and the name of their brewing company is High Point Brewing Company. They have Rammstein, which is from New Jersey and down in Butler.
The Hefeweizen, man. It's a blonde.
Yeah. That double platinum blonde Hefeweizen. Killer.
Which is one of our all-time favorite beers. Man.
Yes.
That's the best American blonde.
Yes. Anybody knows anything about, look up Rammstein.
Yeah.
These freaking guys got like pretty much the best American versions of
German beers.
Yeah. Man. And they've been killing it for years, man.
Yeah.
And there's no denying it.
And it's funny, they don't brew in Sussex County.
No.
Their brewery's in Morris County.
Yes.
But they're Sussex County guys.
Yeah.
The name of the brewing company is actually High Point, which is a Sussex
Brewing
County
Company,
place.
Yes.
But their beers are released as Rammstein.
Yes.
And they're killer, and you don't see it on tap anywhere.
No, in Sussex County, you do not see these guys on tap.
No.
This is the only place I know that has a Rammstein beer on tap.
Yep.
In Sussex County.
Yeah.
There could be other ones. I don't know of them.
No.
There's not many craft beer places that would have them on tap anyway.
Right.
So
yeah.
And then they have we got a couple of New York beers. They got Blue Point Brewing Company from New York. They have Yankee Pinstripe Pilsner, which is a really good
That's
drinking
not on
Pilsner.
tap, though.
Yes, this one is.
Is it?
Yes, the big cans they had that are now sold out.
I didn't know they had both. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, they have that on tap. And then they have another from Blue Point is called The IPA, and that's on tap too. Then you have Sea Dog from Maine. They have Blueberry Wheat Ale, which is pretty good.
It's really good,
last
man.
night.
That's a good blueberry wheat.
Yeah, gives you you get a nice blueberry flavor from that. But it doesn't kill you all night.
And you're tasting blueberry. You're not tasting blueberry extract or like some kind of. It tastes like you get that nice blueberry finish to it.
Yeah, and we have our buddies from Bolero Snort.
Yo,
Adrian! Caught me, Mac. Ain't gonna be no rematch. They have Juicy Pebbles Breakfast IPA on tap,
which is just
insane. You know,
I've had many cans of it, and since they've opened a week ago,
yes,
I've had many. Well, unfortunately, plastic cups of it because it's outside dining and
yes. And they have Hoofa Pilsner in 12-ounce cans.
The Hoofa Pilsner, Bolero Snort,
yes.
man. And I got to tell you, we've talked about it on the show.
Yes.
Another killer. Killer. Yeah. This is going to remind you of, stealing your dad's beer.
Yep. Yeah, really, it is.
It's an American Pilsner. It's killer. It's, it's just like, you know what? We're going to put out a 6-pack of 12-ounce cans at $9.99 price point, and it's going to be beer.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's beer.
Yeah.
This brings me back to like stealing, drinking the Stegmeyer and stuff like that. My dad had in the house that we would get from like Scranton, like those odd breweries.
Right.
It tastes. It's in them, man. If you threw that stuff, these cans in them.
Yeah,
they would. The old guys would gobble this stuff down, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah.
And then they have a Rusty Rail from Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
they have blueberry sour in a can.
Yeah, it's killer.
16-ounce cans. That's pretty good. They had another Blue Point.
It's Tasting Colors. It's the blueberry version.
Yeah, blueberry version of Tasting Colors.
Yeah.
They did have a Blue Point. Another Yankee Pinstripe Pilsner in 25-ounce cans.
That's sold out.
But they are now sold out. So, and they have your standard wines. They have ciders and seltzers. The one weird thing that stands out is this stuff called Willie's Super Brew.
Yeah, I just had one of those.
Yeah, you've drank several of these. I haven't had one, so what are they about?
To me, it's a hard seltzer. But it's kind of...
I heard it's like kombucha, seltzer.
I think that's I'm not getting any kombucha out of it.
Yeah.
To me, it's a hard seltzer, but it's definitely you can tell it's natural ingredients. It's tasty, man. On it when it's fucking 90 degrees out.
Yeah.
You know what the hell?
Yeah.
Knock one of those back.
Yeah, and you can throw that over ice too.
Yeah, I'll drink one of those before I'm going to drink one of those Trulies or some shit that. You know, that's
and they have 4 flavors of that. They have a mango passion fruit.
I just had one. It was really good.
A blueberry lemon, a pomegranate acai, and a pineapple lime.
Yeah.
So,
I've had the pomegranate acai or acai or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know, don't tell me how I'm supposed to fucking say it. I say however I want to say
I'm
it.
from fucking New Jersey. It's pronounced acai to me. I don't give a fuck
and I had the
hipster pronunciation is.
Mango passion fruit.
Yeah.
And they're both good.
Yes.
So
cool. I'll have to buy one, mix it with vodka.
But I mean, for a Sussex County Ogdedensburg bar.
Yeah, this isn't the Borough Pub anymore, people.
This is a killer beer list, man.
Yeah, it is, and it's gonna keep changing.
And all those craft beers we just mentioned, are fucking $6.
Yeah.
And $5 at happy hour.
Yes.
So where the fuck are you going to get that?
Yeah. You're drinking pints of great beer.
Where are you going to get a pint of fucking Bolero Snort Juicy Pebbles for $6?
For $6.
Nowhere.
No.
You're not going to get it at Bolero Snort for $6.
No, that's probably $8 there. Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, if anybody listening in Jersey, man, this should be a craft beer destination, and they do flights as well.
Yeah, yes, they have flights, so you don't have to,
so
you can get a sample.
4 glass flights.
Yeah.
So you can try out some of these beers, and before you land on one that you really want to suck down.
They have a little bit of bar foods. That there's going to be live music next weekend.
Yeah, live music.
Yeah, they're going to get more live music in.
Yeah, so, we have Ken Morgan is an acoustic player that's going to be playing on the 18th. He's great, man. He does your standard shit that people want to hear, but then he'll throw in some Billy Bragg and some Woody Guthrie and some stuff that
cool.
And then we're working on some other musical acts.
Yeah.
They want to have live music as often as possible.
Yeah.
Good spot, man.
It is, and they're finally opened,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going as well as it can, being with the situation. But it's going well.
It's not just a beer bar either.
No.
You can get drinks here.
Yeah, they have a full array of drinks. You started up Bloody Mary Sundays.
That's right. Bloody Mary Sundays, what is it? 12 to 3, something like that?
Yeah, 12 to 3, something. Yeah.
I'm going to be mixing some micheladas. Showing them how that's done too.
Exactly. We're gonna try to get some micheladas in the mix.
I think we'll make that a football season kind of thing.
Yeah. Yep.
And we'll give it a funky Raiders name. They won't even know.
No.
We'll call it the Auto.
Yeah, the Auto. The assassin.
Yeah, the assassin. Yeah.
Or Stickum.
Yeah. Stickum, that's a good one.
Or the Mad Stork.
The Snake.
The Snake.
Yeah, we'll come up with something.
Yeah, Dr. Death.
Yeah. So I'll teach them how to whip up my famous micheladas and
I mean they're just learning. They just opened up. They gotta feel the shit out.
Sure.
What's going on, but so far great response.
Fucking great beer list. Man.
Great beer list,
and it's always going to change.
Yes, the beer list is always going to change month to month. It's going to change.
Trying to keep that Mother Earth on there as a staple, though.
Yeah, that seems to be the only. That seems to be the one the owner wants as a staple beer.
And also one Laura wants.
Yes.
One that my wife wants on as a staple beer.
Yes.
You take that off of there, she's going to be angry at Janine. I'm never going back there again.
I hate them.
Yeah. So let's do our what are we drinking?
Okay. What are you drinking?
So this was a gift from the owner of Stu and Dolly's, actually, one of the owners. This is from Glenmere Brewing Company in Orange County, New York,
Okay.
which is, a great fucking brewery that,
Yeah.
a lot of the guys from our homebrew club are big fans of Glenmere.
Sure, man. Right up over the border, man, from us
yeah.
in New York State. There is so many killer breweries.
Yeah.
That, I mean, you can make
Dude,
you could drive around for 2 days up there
We're
hitting breweries and still
We're
not hit 'em all.
surrounded by great beer.
Yeah.
Between here, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
Jersey,
Yes.
New York.
Yeah.
So this is Glenmere's Lucid Dragon. It's this is a fucking mystery beer.
Yeah, because it doesn't tell you what kind of beer it is.
Now it says Lucid Dragon, 16 ounces, 7.4% ABV, best served cold.
Okay.
And it just says locally brewed at Glenmere Brewing Company, Florida, New York, and doesn't fucking tell you what it is, but it's a, let's see. It's a hop forward. To me, that's just a fucking nice IPA.
A single, just an IPA.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
killer.
Yeah, because it's not hazy. You know.
No, it's more. It's
I
actually.
had one, didn't taste juicy, but it tasted like a regular like an IPA should taste.
It's an American IPA.
Yes.
And it's it's fucking nice. Man.
There's no vanilla, there's no lactose, there's no.
Hey, Glenmere, I could be wrong. You could, fucking yell at me and tell me that this is like just a fucking pale ale or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we
you
don't
didn't
know.
write it on your fucking can.
Yeah, you didn't
the
put it
hell
on
do
the
I
can.
know? I'm
Yeah.
just going by taste, and my taste buds,
Yes,
are contaminated with tobacco. And
yes, the one I had yesterday, like I
Too
said,
much cheese.
It tasted like an India Pale Ale to me.
It's good.
It is.
In fact, it's really good.
Yeah.
And very nice, man. And they're canning now, which is killer.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm definitely want this label.
Yeah, the label's
For my
pretty.
collection.
The label's pretty cool, man.
It's like a fucking octopus, fucking monster fish thing. I don't know what that is.
It's a dragon, man.
Is it?
I think so.
Well, like over here, it looks like octopus tentacles.
Yeah, that's
but
how I was like,
Then
yeah.
I see, and then
Yeah.
it's a dog.
Yeah.
But it's a dragon.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a dragon.
Yeah.
It's cool as hell. It's cool.
But yeah, it's
once
good
I
beer.
rip it off the can and flatten it and put it in my collection,
Then you'll get
it'll
the
all come together.
Yeah, you'll get the perspective.
So, we got some news.
What kind of news?
We have some news, man. Not drunk news.
Okay.
We have some breaking news,
Okay.
and it's not released yet. But my understanding, via Tom, via Groby, is that there's a inebriation cocktail coming out.
Oh
Adam.
yes, at Mad Milk Street Distillery.
Milk Street Distillery,
Yes.
a cocktail named after the show.
Yes. I mean, you see how good we are?
Yeah.
People are naming cocktails after us.
That's right.
I know the basics of it.
Yeah, we
know.
won't give away too many
Yeah.
details, but it's going to be spicy.
Yeah, it's going to be spicy. Yes, it is. And
I know the guy that finalized the recipe that he kind of took from you,
yeah.
and I happen to know that this gentleman, if he's mixing the drink, it's going to be strong,
Probably, yes.
heavy-handed Mike. I'm sure the version that he made, where he said, "I got it,"
Is gonna
was
be
strong as fuck
And spicy.
and spicy.
Yeah.
And so when that hits the menu at Milk Street, we're
We're going to do a show from there.
Yeah, we're gonna do a show from there.
Yeah.
But we're gonna definitely celebrate that.
Yes.
And fucking anyway, check out fucking Milk Street Distillery.
Sure.
Check
Yeah.
them out if you're cruising through Jersey.
Yeah.
You're anywhere near North Jersey. That's a fucking hands down award-winning distillery.
Yeah, you can stop there. I mean, great cocktails to sit there and have. I think
Great guys.
I think great guys, I believe you can get their cocktails to go too,
Nice.
as long as they're open.
Open,
Well, yeah. I mean,
not
like,
the cocktails.
Not
the bar.
Yeah,
The
as long as the distillery
you
is
can't
open.
get the cocktails open.
No, but I believe you can order cocktails to go as long as
they're open.
they're open.
Not
yes.
the cocktails.
Not the cocktails.
No, they got to be sealed.
Yeah.
But I think they're doing
My personal favorite.
They're doing outdoor stuff now
Yeah.
because Zach and the Lowmen
There you go.
are playing there next weekend.
Okay.
And the history of Zach and the Lowmen that's basically the Tombstone Brawlers.
All right.
With a different guitar player and minus a frontman.
Okay.
It's the rhythm section and it's the rhythm section. It's the rhythm guitarist, bassist, and drummer of the Scary Movies lineup of the Tombstone Brawlers.
Okay, so no chance of a cameo being made by Splatterhead?
Can't. I doubt it. I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. I don't think.
Unless our drinks unveiled that day.
Right. I don't think it's going to happen. And that's because, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But they are playing, and they're killer, man. They do like bluegrass versions of like Motley Crue songs and shit. So
nice.
And like just all kinds of 80s stuff. Mm-hmm. But like, with an upright bass and fucking maybe throw in some mandolin or something. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they do.
Yeah, they do something. Go see them.
Go
see them and have drinks.
That's how we ended up playing a Prince song the last time I played with the Brawlers.
Quite possibly the greatest Prince cover I've ever heard in my entire life.
Thanks.
We
pulled that right out of our asses.
And you know what? I'm not the first person to say that. I've heard 30 people say the same fucking thing.
We pulled it right out of our asses, man. We're like, all right, fuck it. Let's do fucking Purple Rain.
Yeah.
And so I if I'm there and they're like, hey, you want to do that? Maybe.
Yeah.
But I hit those fucking high notes too.
Yes, you did.
Fucking ridiculous, man. Fucking ridiculous.
I thought you were actually Prince up there on stage.
Yeah. I know. I cut the fucking ass out of my pants and everything. No, I didn't.
No, he didn't.
No.
I don't think Prince ever did that either, did he?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he had assless pants for a little bit. Yeah.
I remember David Lee Roth having assless pants.
Yeah, Prince did it too.
I just don't remember Prince having assless pants.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Anyway, man, I say we take a break and we take a field trip while we're on break.
Yeah, I think we're going to go on a field trip.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wait. You want to hear what I'm drinking?
Yeah, what are you drinking, Groby?
You know what I'm drinking? I'm drinking a Pabst Blue Ribbon.
In a black can.
In a black can. It's called Black Pabst Blue Ribbon Extra. It's 6.5% alcohol per volume. Lawn beers have now taken it up a fucking notch and a half.
I've heard about this beer.
Yes.
That is a fucking unicorn.
Yes.
That beer is a unicorn,
You know, for years, all the Pabst drinkers were complaining that Canada got the 5.9 version. Well, American Pabst drinkers, fuck the Canadians, we got 6.5.
I got a secret for all you fucking people,
unless that's a conversion rate. I don't know.
I have a secret for all of you, too.
What?
Canadian beer is the alcohol is measured by weight, not volume.
Oh, okay.
So ours actually has more alcohol in it than theirs.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe that's a conversion rate, 5.9, 6.5.
No.
So, who knows?
So 6.
You never know with that,
Well, it might be.
With the metric system.
Yeah, it might be. But it's a unicorn, man.
Yeah,
it's one of these things we've heard about.
Yes.
And I've looked for it.
Yeah. I happen to run into this at some sort of like wine, liquor, gas, and sip in fucking Secaucus, New Jersey. I was like, check that shit out.
Yeah.
So I immediately grabbed the 12-pack.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
And I've never seen this before other than there. So.
Nah, fucking killer.
Yeah. So.
All right. Let's take a break. Let's go on a road trip.
Okay. Sounds good.
Got a problem with authority. All due respect, you got no fucking idea what it's like to be number one.
Yo, this is Groby, and you're listening to Inebra Nation. And when we're not on the road at some freaked out brewery, beer fest, winery, distillery, anywhere, you can find us at Stu and Dolly's Place, 46 Main Street, Ogdedensburg, New Jersey.
All right, we went on a field trip.
All right.
We're at Muckraker Beer Maker, Franklin, New Jersey.
In Franklin, New Jersey.
And what are you drinking?
I'm drinking, where is this? I'm drinking a Sunflower Farmhouse Ale, 5.7. Pilsner Rye Wheat Malt, Sunflower Kernels, and Black Pepper. Killer. Tom makes killer beer, man. You know.
I'm drinking the what's the official name of this? I'm drinking the Enchilada. It's a farmhouse ale, cool shipped farmhouse ale, conditioned on tomatoes,
nice,
sea salt, cucumber, and white pepper.
You know, I dig the garden taste of that.
This beer is going to end up on the beer of the year list.
Yeah.
From Splatterhead on Inebriation.
Nation. I think so. I think so. Yes.
And we have some friends here that are drinking beers too. Janine,
yes,
owner of Stu and Dolly's.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
I had an enchilada, and I could taste the cucumber, I could taste the tomato, the salt. It was quite a good beer.
Yeah. And how was your slushy?
My slushy is very dangerous.
Yeah.
I could drink like 10 of those, no problem.
Yeah.
Marianne, what are you drinking?
Well, let me see. Let's look at the list.
Yeah.
I have been drinking the Blueberry Peach Wild Country slushy. That was absolutely delicious, as well as a Blackberry Wild Country slushy. Both of those were very, very yummy. And now I am having the Blueberry Peach Hard Seltzer, which is awesome. So all of those, I cannot tell if there's any alcohol in any of them.
There are.
Absolutely delicious.
And Laura, what'd you have?
I had a Blackberry Wild Country. It was a mix of the slushy and the seltzer because I'm not like really into sweet, and it was a little sweet. It was really good. I liked the mix. It was perfect.
Nice.
All right.
So yeah, it's an interesting day.
Yeah.
You know, we've got
Where is Tom? Can we get a few words from him?
I don't know where Tom
Is he outside?
He's inside doing something very important.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, he's cool shipping something or.
Mary Ann, who just spoke, earlier, that's actually Groby's ex-wife. and they're still hanging out drinking beers together. Isn't that cool?
Everybody should be like that.
It's actually a very nice atmosphere.
Would be a
out here.
happier
There's
world.
A nice little breeze coming through. Lots
Yeah.
of fun shade to sit in. It's very nice out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good place to come.
Yep. All right. We'll check back in later, but we
Yeah.
told you we were going on a field trip,
Yeah,
and we
this
did.
is our field trip.
And
Yay.
yeah, Tom Muckraker is avoiding us because
Yeah.
he knows we're gonna try and jump him
Yeah,
onto
he
the podcast.
doesn't like our show.
He loves our show.
He loves our show.
He's just mad.
He just doesn't want to be on it.
He's mad because he didn't win last year.
Yeah, he's got a problem with it.
Yeah. All right. We're out.
So yeah,
Yeah, that was our field trip to Muckraker in Franklin, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Stop over and see Tom. Tom's got some cool shit going on, man.
great local brewery,
Yeah.
good stuff. We have Janine just came in with beers. She's walking towards the fridge now. I don't know if there's any room in the fridge for more beer.
There's a lot of beer in that fridge, man.
More upstairs.
But
What's this?
This is a Shipyard Smashed Blueberry.
Oh, okay. That's pretty substantial, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're back in Grobyville.
Yeah.
We took a trip over to Muckraker, as
Yep.
you heard, and now we're back at Stu and Dolly's place, Grobyville.
And we got more beers. What are you drinking, Tom?
I'm drinking a Mystic.
Oh, I'm sorry, Groby. We try not to use government names
Yeah.
on here.
I'm drinking a Mystic Alchemy Hazy India Pale Ale by
Ooh, look at this.
Mother Earth Brewing Company in California. And Stu and Dolly's has their cream ale on tap, which is a
fucking hit.
which is a huge hit with everybody. Everybody loves that.
I was not expecting this. You keep talking about what you're drinking.
This is a really good India Pale Ale. I don't know if it's in the league as the cream ale that's on tap in the bar, but I think this might go over big if it goes on tap in the bar. You know? So.
Well, I poured this Shipyard Smashed Blueberry, and I was not expecting it to be black.
Yeah.
This is
That's a blend between I think a porter and like an imperial stout or something, or a Scotch ale or some shit.
no, it's not a Scotch ale. The can just reads ale with natural flavor.
Okay.
This is it's a stout, and the blueberry flavor is insane.
Yeah, Shipyard's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Shipyard makes some good stuff.
This is a fucking tasty beer.
Yeah. Shipyard, for you pumpkin beer fans, make a pretty, really good version of a pumpkin beer. Not the
Yes.
average drivel you would get from everybody. Shipyard's been doing it for a while.
I think Groby's about to take some pot.
Maybe. Yeah.
He's got some in his hand.
I think I'm going to go take some pot.
He's got a rainbow scarf. And
Yes. Yeah, and just so everybody knows, my ex-wife thinks I'm gay now because I have a rainbow scarf.
she's a
on.
homophobe.
Yeah, she's nuts.
Yeah.
Runs in the family.
Runs in the family.
Yeah. So, she's been hitting me up with gay comments all day.
Yeah.
So,
Almost bought some bright pink shorts today.
So maybe she has a complex.
I almost bought some bright pink shorts today.
Nice.
Just because I saw them. I was like, they were like 60% off because Bass is going out of business. And I was like, I should buy these bright pink fucking shorts.
There you go.
Then I'll go over to Muckraker, and he's like, because he always fucks with me because everything I wear is black. I'll come over to some bright pink fucking shorts
there
on.
you go. Yeah. I show up, rainbow bandana.
But I didn't buy them because 50% off was still $44. I'm like, I'm not buying fucking pink shorts for $44.
Yeah, exactly.
So Groby's having some pot. I'm drinking this Shipyard that Janine brought me, which is, this is killer. I love it.
And what's Janine drinking?
Yeah, what are you drinking, Janine?
Chip bottom, blueberry.
Janine, nobody can hear you. You got to come over here. There's a microphone right here. You can be on it. Yeah. There's a microphone. There's headphones. You
Yeah.
can be on all of it.
We're semi-professional.
Yeah. Here you go. Here's your headphones. Put them under there. Under there. Yeah. You'll get all tangled up if you go over the top. And how's that? You hear us?
Yes.
Yeah, nice and
Cool.
loud. There you go.
Yeah, really loud.
All right.
I'm thinking it's cool Barb's hanging out back.
All right. I have Ship Bottom. I don't have glasses. Blueberry at Bikini Bottom wheat ale, and it's very good.
Yes, that's a very good beer.
Yeah, Ship Bottom is good stuff, man.
I need this.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very good.
And they distribute up here.
I know.
'Cause
Every-
I know-
the
'cause-
problem
'cause-
is everybody distributes up here. And
I-
I don't
I-
have enough room for everything.
Yeah, I was sent an email by them that said, do you want to be a salesman? I was like, no, I don't know anything about that stuff.
So how's your experience going so far as a
As a
new
bar,
owner?
owner? Yeah, tell us about that.
It's slow, thanks
Sure.
to COVID.
Yeah.
It's going okay, I guess.
You found some regulars.
We have definitely regulars from town that were regulars before.
Yeah.
We have people from town that never thought they would come into this place because it's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
And so far it's pretty good. We've only been open for a week, and it can only get better from here.
You've had good crowds.
I had never been into the Borough Pub. Ever. What I saw on the outside was enough for me to go, yeah, I don't need to hang out there.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
But I've been a regular here since opening day, and
you're close to the number one customer.
yeah. I think my wife's the number one customer.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
But man, we love it. It's it's a great bar, great atmosphere.
Sure.
And can't wait until you guys can actually really open up.
That would have been nice.
And like we said, great beers. The beers are going to change monthly. So it's not like you're going to keep seeing the same thing. That they're going to try to change it up as much as they can.
There's already kegs lined up.
Yeah, there's already kegs in line to replace ones that are
almost
running
done.
out. So
yeah, I want to switch it up all the time.
Yeah.
But that Mother Earth cream ale's got to be a staple.
That is. I'm keeping that on tap as long as I can get it.
As long as you can,
Yeah, it's a really good beer.
Well, I tell you, this Mother Earth Hazy India Pale Ale is pretty good.
Well, I have a can you gave me, so I have to try it.
Yes.
But this Bikini Bottom Blueberry Wheat is...
that's really good beer.
Good.
Yes. I've loved that since they came out with it a couple years ago. I've loved that beer.
And Janine went with us to Muckraker.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
I did.
He's you notice he's starting to change things a little bit.
Thank goodness.
And he had some enjoyable beverages today to offer.
And big difference from the first time I went there.
Yes.
The first time I went there, I think I had 3 beers, and they all pretty much tasted the same.
Right. And they were all sours.
And they were all sours, every single one of them.
Yeah, and now he's got, his menu is,
varied.
It's varied. He still has the sours, the cool shipped sours that he likes to make.
Yeah, with the raspberry and the blackberry and everything else.
Yeah.
So.
But you got to please the public.
You do. And he's, but he's still sticking to his guns.
Yes.
Even his regular beers are cool shipped. They're, and, it's his own take on things. And, always want to support local people.
Sure.
That's why, want to support Muckraker.
Yeah, we're big on that.
Stu and Dolly's.
Everybody knows, listen to the show, we're big on local people.
Yeah.
We're big on, small guys. We're big on,
Well, when I went to the farmer's market today, I, briefly talked to the Sons of Liberty guys.
Oh,
and,
okay.
They have a cool thing going on. You join their, you become a member and you get discounts at local businesses.
Yeah.
And, I had a little bit of a, I talked to the guy and he's like, so we try to find patriotic businesses. And I'm like, that's awesome. I love that.
Yes.
But who gets to define what's patriotic and what isn't?
That's the question.
So I'm like, I support what you guys are doing. What I don't support is joining a group. So I'm not.
And what your version of a patriot is.
Right. Well, it doesn't matter to me. Like, everybody, but nobody gets to have a claim to that. You know?
But a lot of people do. A lot of people think they have a claim to be a patriotic business.
Right.
You could be, like a bakery or something like that. And, be gay friendly, be, black friendly. And, a lot of times up here in this county, that doesn't necessarily qualify you as a patriot.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's my thing.
Even though at the end of the day, you love the United States and you back cops and
you know how I feel. Sometimes Jello Biafra is right. Sometimes Lee Ving is right. It depends on what we're talking about.
Exactly. It depends on the day, who we're talking about, what we're talking about.
So I don't think anybody is a this or a that.
Yeah.
I think everybody pretty much wants to believe in, support their families.
Yes,
and
support their communities, support their small business.
So I'm not going to join a group that's going to decide for me what a patriot is.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I agree 100%.
Because the first
Yeah.
Patriots were technically traitors.
Yeah, technically they were. Yes, they were traitors. Yes.
So,
Just like clan members, though.
well, yeah, they're always traitors.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I appreciate what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're supporting local businesses.
Yes.
And,
that first and foremost.
Yeah, they're supporting local businesses, and some of the businesses that are linked up with the Sons of Liberty are Milk Street Distillery,
Yes.
who are incidentally putting out a cocktail named after inebriation.
Yes.
Angry Eric's
Yes.
is on the list of places. If you join the Sons of Patriots, you get or Sons of Liberty, you get a discount.
Yeah.
And I support all that. I support supporting local businesses.
Yes.
What I don't support
The group.
is the group mentality and
Deciding who is good and who is not.
right, who's a patriot,
Yes.
who isn't
Yeah,
a
but
patriot. Yeah,
The group thing separates people.
right,
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
right. So,
Yes.
but I support if their mission is supporting local business,
Yes.
then I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm
Yeah.
in and support. Like I said earlier on the show, I went to Rogue Cherry, which is it's not my thing,
Yeah.
but it's a local business,
Sure.
and I spent $100 there.
Yeah.
Because I want to support the community, support people that are starting up businesses.
Yes.
I've spent well over $100 here at
Yes.
Stu and Dolly's place in a week.
The thing is that we're with Rogue Cherry. I mean, we have our friend Boogie Buzzard. He's friends with the owner.
Okay.
So he clued me in. He's like, she would have what you're kind of looking for in your like kitchen stuff. So he clued me into that. And I was like, okay. And she wasn't a local business at the time, but I purchased stuff from her,
And we'll,
you
and we will not just feature beer stuff
No.
on the show. We've had barbecue guys.
Yeah.
We'll get her on.
Yeah.
Because we're all about local business, and
Yes.
you're a local business owner now, Janine, and
Yes, I am.
and you've seen a little bit of support from the local business owner community too, right? You had the guy last night that came in from a local business, which
Yeah.
is, that's
Yeah.
everybody supports each other.
That's
which
the
is
way
cool.
that's the way it's got to go.
We're not here to
Yeah.
compete.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, yeah, we are here to compete.
Everybody wants to
but-
change the world, but they don't want to change their own little slice of it first.
Well, that's the thing,
You know.
and I've always said that being in part of the punk rock community.
Yeah.
And I've seen my friends that they all want to change the world for one way or the other. But your toilet hasn't worked in 6 months.
Exactly.
There's cigarette butts on your floor.
Yeah.
That used to be the pub.
Like, yeah. Like, you got to fix that shit before you try and fix the world.
Exactly. That's what I've always been saying, man. You got to fix your own neighborhood, your own street.
Start with your yard.
Yes, start with your yard and work your way out, man. You can't change the world if your shit's a fucking mess.
Right.
And
And we'd like to see towns like Ogdensburg and
Yes.
Franklin that have been, through,
like
when the mines closed here, it
It
was
was rough.
that pretty much
Disastrous.
that devastated both of these towns.
Yeah, Franklin,
And Hamburg.
Franklin, Hamburg, and Ogdensburg, and Hardiston
if
Yeah.
got hit by the mine closings.
if these towns weren't so close to New York, they would have been just like West Virginia and Kentucky mining towns.
Sure.
And it's nice to see people revitalizing the community and not trying to change it.
Yeah.
Not trying to force change, but just to, invest and put back into the community.
Get prosperity there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it
Like
back to what it was.
Like Janine and I, when we were at the Warwick Farmers Market today, we were walking through, and Janine looked at me and said, "Why can't Franklin do this?" They have the Main Street
There's-
area. They
there's-
have all the infrastructure to do
Yeah,
it.
You go to Warwick and there's people everywhere. You have the little cafes, you have the
Yes.
restaurants, they got the tables out on the streets. There's people everywhere. I mean, anywhere you look, there's people walking, having something to eat, enjoying the farmer's market. I mean, why can't we do it?
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Franklin, Ogdensburg, Hamburg, Hardiston, they need to get together, work together, and try to build something that's similar to that.
you know,
Yes.
I think that a big part of it is people have to be involved in their local communities.
Right.
And you have to actually not just vote in the presidential elections, but you've got to vote in your local elections, in your school board elections. And you know, I watch that guy from American Pickers. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Who, you know, that show has, you know,
I like that show.
it's great,
Yeah.
but they've also ruined like buying cheap crap because now
And-
everybody
yeah.
thinks that everything they own is
Everything
worth.
worth
Yeah,
$1 million.
it's worth $1,000. Yeah.
But you know, he was talking on the show about his town in Iowa where he got elected to the city council.
Yeah, I've heard that on
and
there.
he was
yeah.
like, we have to turn this, you know, we have to bring tourism to this
yeah.
town based on what the town was known for. And there's no reason that Franklin, Ogdensburg, and Hamburg couldn't focus on the mining history of these
I've always
towns
said that.
Yes.
and attract tourism.
This
to
is
these
the
towns.
fluorescent mineral capital of the world.
Yeah. And they just kind of
Yeah.
let the mines
Yeah.
like operate
the-
independently.
Well, the Ogdensburg mine, at least
Yeah,
it's
Sterling
a
Hill.
historical designation, but I mean it's there, and they do have the tours and everything.
Sure.
But I mean, there's so much more you can build on it. You have a community,
And when you leave the mine, there's nothing to do.
right? So you have a community that's based on and built on the mine. So why can't you have a miniature golf course geared toward the mine?
Yeah.
Why can't you have stuff like that? A restaurant,
Restaurants,
geared toward the mine?
cafes.
Yeah,
You
all
go-
mine themed stuff that would bring people. I mean, we're already a tourist area because of Mountain Creek
right.
and Crystal Springs. So we get the people from the city, and the people from the city love coming to what they call the country, which
Right.
is us. They enjoy the small restaurants. They like the local stuff, and there's just not enough local stuff for them to enjoy because nobody
Nobody's
puts
taking
it
it
out there.
Yeah.
Nobody's taking the initiative
You-
or taking the chance to make it better.
Yes.
You go
They're
down.
set into this mode where they don't want to do anything.
You go
Yeah,
down
they-
Main
they-
Street in Franklin, and it's all empty buildings. It's empty
Well,
storefronts.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, the problem with Franklin is they took all the storefronts and they turned them into apartments.
Yes. And
Because
that,
all those apartments that run up Main Street from the old Blinken Light, the historical Blinken Light on the corner.
Yeah, at
all
the
those
corner
stores
market there.
up that street, up to the theater, they used to be stores.
Yeah.
There was a ceramic studio. There was we
there
had
was
Riggio's.
there was 4 bars on Main Street
We
in
had
Franklin at one time.
Riggio's grocery store. I mean, you had all kinds of things. You had the movie theater. I mean, I don't
But-
know why they can't take the movie theater, turn it into an open theater. You got a decent restaurant on Main Street. You serve some good food. You attract the people from the city, and you got something booming. But there's nobody that's
It's-
willing to take the chance.
It's nice that
To do it.
Walmart and ShopRite are paying taxes to keep the community afloat,
Right.
and Walgreens, but at the same time, there's a rich history here. And let's,
Yeah.
you know, while everybody's taking monuments down all over the
Yes.
country, let's put up monuments of miners in Franklin.
Yes.
Like,
Exactly.
You know, it doesn't have to be a famous person.
No.
Just put up a monument of a miner on
Thomas
Main
Edison,
Street.
for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, Edison.
Yeah, Edison was based
And
here
Edison
right,
was big up here.
Yeah.
right here in Ogdensburg.
Ogdensburg,
Yeah.
the Edison
Sparta
mines
Mountain.
are right there.
Yeah.
Sparta Mountain,
And
yeah.
we have no acknowledgement of that history here,
No.
which is
None
insane.
whatsoever.
No.
I do.
You
I
see-
have
No,
an
yeah,
Edison radio in
absolutely.
the bar.
Yes.
I have a lot
see-
of acknowledgement in my house.
You see,
with just the minerals.
A lot
that
of the
we
problems with,
collected.
especially Franklin, come from past town administrations. They took, you know, the state said you have to have this much affordable housing. All of the people that own the buildings and everything on Main Street, you know, all of a sudden we're like, okay, we need affordable housing. Started boarding up they started like closing up like the storefronts, you know, that have apartments above them, but started closing up the storefronts and making a whole building apartments.
When Wise shut down on Main Street, it was like a death nail for me. Like, that was like the last great. I could go into this place.
Paul's Mall.
Paul's Mall. Yeah.
I could go into this place on Main Street,
Yes.
America, and I could buy dead stock Levi's
Yes.
at the price that they originally came out at.
Exactly.
I could buy working man's clothes.
Yeah.
And then Walmart opened.
Well, Paul's Mall, that's where we shopped. That
Yeah.
was the place to go.
Yeah.
You got your sneakers there, you got your school clothes there, you got your underwear there.
And you could get history lessons by talking to the guy that owned the place.
Yes.
I mean, that
Like,
was there forever. That's where everybody local shopped for their school clothes.
Yes.
It's like, every once in a while, you like drive down the Wayne to Alexander's, which
Right.
used to be there. But
Yeah.
overall, everybody shopped at Paul's Mall on Main Street.
Yeah.
And Paul knew everybody. As soon as you walked in, he'd say, "Oh, my mother.
Yeah.
Hello, Marguerite. What do the girls need? What do you need? And he would take you through the store. He'd climb his little ladder, pull his boxes down, take the stuff out, and everything was there. Anything
Yes.
and everything you wanted was at Paul's Mall.
And that's
clothing
missing
wise.
all over the country.
It is.
Like,
Main Street America is missing because of Walmart.
I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I lived in a neighborhood. I lived in the ghetto. But I knew all my neighbors' names.
Yes.
They knew me.
Yes.
I knew the name of the guy who was serving me a big gulp at 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Right? And now, you spend years commuting and stopping at the same store every day.
And they don't give a shit who you are.
And you don't know his name.
No.
He doesn't know your name. I know, I've said it on the show. I know the guy at the gas station's name.
yes.
It's Jesse.
Yes.
And I made it a point to learn his name.
Right.
Because, I know my neighbors' names.
Yes.
But I had to ask. And I had to introduce myself. And I'm not an extrovert. I'm not I'm not the guy that goes out and but I look back to my childhood as, growing up in this country and going, man, this is wrong. We don't know each other.
Well, you want a prime example of a neighborhood? We had our ex-wife. My ex-wife was on the show. Okay, I moved away from there. I don't know, 3 years ago, and one of the first times I went back down there, everybody on the street seen me. Everybody came out. Tom, how you doing? What's going on? Told me about the whole neighborhood. What's going on with everybody? What's going on in the neighborhood? I mean, there's 10 houses on the street. There's 6 houses had to come out and, Tom, shake my hand.
Yeah.
My ex-wife and my daughter had no idea what was going on our street. None. Zero. They're like, how do you know all this stuff? I was like, I just talked to all the neighbors. They're like, oh, well, that was always your thing. We don't know anything. I'm like, well, you see, that's a problem. It was, to me, that's a problem. This is your neighborhood. This was my neighborhood for 20-some years. Everybody knows me here.
I went back to the ghetto neighborhood that I lived in San Jose, California, 15 years after I had moved away. All right? And was walking down the street, just looking at the neighborhood, and somebody yelled out to me, "Charlie, how you doing, man?" And I look, and it was a kid that was probably 10 years old when I lived there.
Yeah.
Right? He remembered me.
Yes.
And it was like, this is what neighborhoods are, man.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah. And I think there are ways, if people would, get outside of their dumb, pigeonholed ideas, how you could revitalize these communities. They started to do it in Hamburg.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's, I think there's such a rich history here that you have to.
Yes.
The only way that you're gonna get investment into these communities is to capitalize on the history.
Yes.
That's here.
Yes.
these mines in these towns supplied the world
with
with
zinc.
zinc,
Yes.
which
For years.
For years, 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
My grandfather came
Yeah.
from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
I
the
lived
coal mines.
raised my family right across
Yeah,
the street
but-
from
and,
zinc
and
mines.
kids listening.
Yes.
But my
What do we need
grandfather-
zinc for? Everything.
Everything.
and your vitamins
Pencils,
and everything.
tires,
Yeah.
cups. I
Yeah.
mean, zinc
Yes.
is in everything.
Yes.
And there is a such a rich history in these communities that we need to not be known as white trash towns.
No.
Because
and that's what we are now.
And the only reason
know.
that we're known as that is because the towns were abandoned when the mines shut down,
yeah.
and people were left and abandoned here, and it's sad.
Yes. And their elected officials chose not to do anything.
No,
Chose to take the easy way out.
yeah,
Okay, we'll accept a whole bunch of money for the government. Everybody's got to do this. Now you backed yourself into a corner.
yeah.
And also, like, you look at, like, I look at my street, Susquehanna Street, right? I'm
You're
talking.
the patriarch of the Babcock family.
Well, my
Lived on
grandmother.
that street.
Yes,
My
exactly.
mother grew up on Bridge Street in Ogdensburg.
Wow. Yeah.
My grandfather came from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, when the coal mines shut down. So
Bethlehem.
they came from there and moved to here to work the zinc mines. So my mother was born on Bridge Street, 1920s. My grandfather worked in the mine. My mother never left this town. She grew up
Yeah.
on Bridge Street. She moved to Spring Street. She was here her whole life.
Like I'm connected to this history because I appreciate it. I'm
Yeah.
not from here.
No.
I have nothing invested here, but
Yes.
I see what happened.
Yes.
And when I first moved to New Jersey from the West Coast, and we were looking at places to move, and we mentioned Franklin, and we were those are depressed areas. I'm like, well, okay. I've grown up in the ghetto my whole life. I can
And
live in a
I'm sure some places you lived was a lot worse.
way worse, man.
Yes.
Way worse. Not
Yes.
even you can't even compare.
Yes.
Salinas, California
to Franklin,
Franklin,
and
New
Hamburg.
Jersey.
Yeah, no.
But I come out here and I'm like, well, why are they depressed, man? It just seems like these places were just abandoned.
That's
like
basically what they were. They were abandoned.
The industry shut down, and we are, you hear people talk about the Appalachians, and these are the Appalachians.
We're at the base of the Appalachian
We are in the
Trail.
foothills of the Appalachian Mountains,
Yep.
and if we weren't,
Speaking of Appalachia, we really need my ex-wife to comment on Appalachia, considering since I was married to her for 20 years,
but if we weren't,
and I heard her look at the kid, look at our daughter, and go, the reason why there's stuff like that not around here is because we live in Appalachia.
yeah, no, but like you look at like Appalachia that you think of in
Yes.
Kentucky and West Virginia, and those mining towns shut down. They were abandoned.
Yeah,
They didn't have New York
right next to him.
right next to them.
Yes.
They didn't have. So the only reason these towns even survived is because we are technically, part of a
suburbs.
metropolitan suburb.
We're the
Yes.
suburbs of New York.
Yeah.
And people were able to move here.
Yeah.
Build. But what does that mean for the families that lost everything when the mines closed, that have no education, that
Didn't mean much for them. They
Didn't
couldn't
mean
do
anything for them.
They couldn't go east to the city and
there's no
work.
public transportation here.
No, there's
None at
zero,
all.
none.
It's
You can't get on a train or a bus and
no, you got to drive.
yeah.
You got to
Gotta
drive
go
to get
Morris
to that.
County for that.
Yeah.
And it resonates deeply with me, man, because
Yes.
and that's why when we talk about supporting it's one thing to make all your Facebook posts and your tweets and all that crap about whatever your agenda is.
Yes.
But remember, not everybody agrees with you.
No.
Not everybody feels the same way as you do.
No,
but
they do
people,
not.
people are people.
Yes.
You're talking about human beings, right? Not like the only way that you get through to other people is by being able to relate to them
Yes.
on a human level.
Yes.
Not over Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, but
No.
people don't know how to do that anymore.
It's like
No, they don't.
It's like
But
my daughter did an internship in Newark, in like real inner city Newark, and it had to do with community gardens. You know, taking vacant lots, turning them into a garden where the homeless people can get food. People in the neighborhood that normally don't have access to food like this
Right.
can get food. Right? She got involved with this because of the legacy of our street, of the street she grew up on. At the end of our street, there was big gardens, and there were community gardens. Everybody in the neighborhood worked them. They grew everything: tomatoes. They grew every kind of vegetable you could possibly think of. They sat down there with their guns and they shot any kind of deer or any animals that came near. They eat the garden, and then they ate the animals too. But every house had, there was a couple houses had chickens. A couple houses had pigs. At the end of the street, there was
so you always
cows.
has eggs. You had
Yes,
yeah.
and the whole street was self-sufficient, basically.
Which-
if you wanted beer and smokes, you had to go out.
Yeah, but that
Right,
comes
but-
from the core community.
Yes.
that
Which
worked
Which goes
in the
back to
mine.
like what we were
Yes.
the Killer Mike show that
Yes.
I turned you on to, which
Yeah.
goes back to like the black community, right?
Yes.
Money doesn't stay there anymore,
No.
and it's it's all fucked up.
Yeah.
It's all fucked up, and like
there's
how do you
there's no core community or core values, and that's the problem.
right
Yeah.
Among anybody.
Yeah.
Any group of people. And like, I don't agree with everybody, but
I don't agree.
Nobody
I don't
agrees
agree with
everybody.
anybody.
but I don't try and pretend.
I mean, I don't agree with you. I don't agree with Janine
Right.
all the time.
But I don't try to
and none of us agree with it.
I don't try to pretend that I'm the only one who's right and everybody who doesn't agree with me can fuck off.
Exactly.
That's bullshit.
Exactly.
Because
Like-
I've had my mind changed.
Me and you have had discussions on stuff, and
We've made each other think.
yes, we threw knowledge at each other.
Yeah, and
it-
made each other think.
Yes.
And made each other maybe even
Yeah.
question our own fucking ideas.
Exactly.
And that's you
If
you do that through conversation. You
Yes.
do that through talk.
that's the basic line right there.
But
know.
I'm like, I have friends that'll, friends I've known for years go on Facebook and now suddenly like, well, if you support, do you still have friends who support Trump? If you do, why? I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Because I'm friends with people. They can support whoever the fuck they want.
Exactly.
I'm not like,
That's like the argument today is all about beans, cans of fucking beans.
right, where, people are arguing about beans
yeah,
now.
fucking cans of beans. Really? You motherfuckers have never even bought anything from this fucking company, and now you're all arguing about fucking beans.
Yeah.
Posting pictures of Goya black beans fucking everywhere. You know what? I have fucking 5 cans of Goya black beans in my fucking cabinet.
Right.
And they've been there for fucking months. I didn't just buy them yesterday because shit was going on.
And like, like you're going to boycott a company, right?
Yeah.
Because of what their CEO does. So what does that do? Say your boycott's successful. How many people lose their fucking jobs?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, the guy in charge is always an asshole.
Yes.
I'll tell you that I'm boycotting Land O'Lakes butter because they took the Indian off the label, so I won't buy it. But I see it as an erasure of the Indian heritage. I mean, it's been on the Land O'Lakes butter for 100 years.
Land O'Lakes.
So
And that wasn't particularly racist.
Land
to have the
O'Lakes
girl
is
there,
Land
Land
O'Lakes is
But-
totally different than the Redskins.
I know.
Right.
So
Yes.
I will not buy Land O'Lakes butter because they took the Indian off the package.
There you go.
So I won't buy it. But that's me.
I
I have Indian American heritage in my family, So I see it as just erasing more of their existence.
Yeah, no, I get that. But
I'm
that's
just mad at-
that's totally different than having a fucking NFL team called the Redskins,
Yes.
which is a
Which is-
racist fucking
Yes.
name. You know,
I'm just
but
mad.
that's not Land O'Lakes.
I'm just
That's
mad
not,
about.
like,
I'm just mad about Eskimo pies.
Eskimo pie. I love
No,
Eskimo
well,
pies.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're White House cherry.
I'm actually not mad about anything. I look at it this way.
Well, I'm mad about Eskimo
What?
pies because
Not,
I loved an Eskimo once.
Okay. Look, I look at it this way. I'm an old white guy.
Yeah.
There's a different generation coming up behind me. If they decide that some of this shit has to go, it doesn't really matter what I think.
Doesn't matter to me.
The shit has
All
to
the
go.
shit they decide that has to go, I don't deal with anyway.
Right, I don't
No.
care.
Yeah.
So, I can live with a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but like boycotting Goya,
It's kind of fucking stupid.
I understand
It's very
this.
stupid.
I understand the
It's really
sentiment
stupid.
behind it,
Yeah.
but it's. Are you fucking the CEO? The company could go bankrupt tomorrow, and the CEO is still going to be rich.
Exactly. That's what they don't get.
But everybody working there
Yeah. Loses
right,
their job.
loses their job,
Yes.
right? And like
Which is a lot of Latinos.
exactly. So I mean, I don't know. Everybody's got a fucking agenda now.
Yes.
And they don't talk to each other.
No.
It's just my way or the highway, and like
Yeah.
it's the wrong way. Uh-oh.
What's this?
Oh, this is my boss. I should
Uh-oh.
hit pause.
Okay.
All right, that was weird. My boss called. I had to hit
Yeah,
pause.
really?
And like,
Yeah.
my boss, I'm like, oh, what's up, man? And he's like, is Charlie okay? And I'm like, yeah. Then I realized, oh, yeah, there's a naval ship on fire in San Diego.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, he's home. He's
Yeah,
good.
he
He's
has
like,
nothing to do with that.
He's like, all right, cool. Just wanted to make sure. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, no, he's good. He's like, I was going to give you the week off. You needed to go out there. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Hey, you have
well.
a boss who cares.
No, I do.
Well, you
I
see
do.
that? You could have got a week
How
off to go
often
to
does
San
that
Diego,
happen?
man.
We're a family business.
But I mean, how
So
often
it's-
does
But you
that
could have got a
happen?
week
Very
off.
rarely.
You could have got a week off with pay to go to San Diego.
Could have, but we don't do that to each other because I care about him too.
Yes.
And his business.
Yep.
Yes.
Like we support each other.
Yeah.
And we don't agree. I think my boss is a fucking racist prick, but I love him.
Yeah.
He's, I would do anything for him,
Sure.
and he would do anything for me.
That's what people got to realize.
We don't agree with each other on shit, but we
Yeah.
don't have to talk about that shit.
No.
If he calls me up and he starts talking about, race or fucking whatever, I just change the conversation.
Yes, that has nothing to do with your relationship.
Right. It's
and,
like
and a lot of people need to see that because they have relationships with people, and you know what? This person can be like a low key racist, whatever. If that doesn't involve you,
and I should change it. He's actually not. He's not a racist
yeah,
at
but,
all.
you
I
know,
should
but,
fucking think
yeah,
he's
I
not.
know. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
He has
You know,
different beliefs.
racist.
Believe it or
Is,
not.
Yeah, he's
the
not.
word
He's-
racist is so watered fucking down right now.
Oh yeah, everybody's a fucking racist
Yes,
now.
Fuck. I'll admit it right now. I'm a fucking racist. I don't give a fuck.
No, you're not. You're not though.
But I know I'm not. But if some idiot hears me talk and go, he's a fucking racist, and
Yeah,
then
but, I mean, people
and then
have-
90,000 idiots can go, yes, he is,
Jesus
because
Christ.
they don't pay attention.
People have listened to this show.
Yes.
They know.
They know we're not racist. They
fucking
know we're not
racist.
homophobes. They know we're not anything, man.
It's
Yeah, we don't like the government, man, but we don't hate anybody.
no.
We don't even hate the government.
We appreciate-
we just disagree on
We
what they
understand.
do.
It's like we hate the referees in football,
Yes,
but we understand that they're important.
yes,
So it's the same way I look at government.
exactly.
The government does a lot of dumb shit,
Yes.
but they need to be there.
Yeah.
Like
You need government.
You need rules.
Yes.
You need people to enforce fucking rules.
Yeah, you need people overseeing shit.
Because like
You know.
all my buddies are like, I'm a libertarian. You can be able to do whatever you want. I'm like, oh yeah? Well, go to the grocery store and sit there for 20 minutes and tell me how many people put their fucking carts away.
Yeah.
And nobody puts their fucking carts away.
No.
And it's like, okay, so that's your fucking libertarian utopia.
Yeah.
You don't have anybody watching and overseeing. Now, do they overstep? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They do. But, like, again, back to the NFL.
Yeah.
I hate the refs. They make stupid decisions.
Yes, they do.
But how fucked up would football be without referees? I mean,
You'd have wide receivers calling games the whole time.
Right.
Yeah, wide receivers and Tom Brady would rule the league.
Yeah,
Right.
You'd have melee on the field.
exactly. So
You'd have melee on the field, fights. There would be all
Yes.
kinds of shit
Yeah.
going on.
so it goes back to like, government of the people, for the people, by the
Yes.
people. You people out there have to be involved and
Yes.
understand that presidential elections are important.
And it's not about you.
Presidential elections are important, but it's all the elections that you decide to stay home for, like your local
Exactly.
elections. Those are the important ones.
I've been saying this for years. Everybody concentrates so much on the president,
who has the least amount of
who
power
has
out
the
of all these
least
people.
amount of power in any kind of government function there is in Washington, D.C. But none of yous, but yous all just rubber stamp whatever senator is, and you just rubber stamp that shit and don't care.
You stay home for the school board elections.
Yeah, and
Which is
exactly,
the
your
only-
local shit.
Which is the only election where you actually have a voice in your tax dollars.
Yes.
And you stay home for that because you're fucking morons. Because
Yeah.
you don't understand what's
Yeah.
going on. But,
Because
like-
it's about Trump. Yeah.
or Obama or, whatever.
Obama,
Whoever it is that
fucking
you hate.
Billy C.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, what are we doing? We're going on a fucking
We
dumbass
Political
rant
rant.
again.
went off on
We're
a
on
rant.
a political rant.
I need another beer.
But we had fun with it, and we'll get political
No.
without taking a side.
Yes.
I'm not telling you what to fucking think or what what
We
not
would
to
never
think.
tell anybody what to think. You know?
Like I think you're all full of shit. I think I mean that's my personal opinion is everybody who's listening to this show is full of shit. And so are me and Groby.
Everybody's
and,
full of shit in their own way.
Yeah, and Janine is full of shit too.
Yep,
even though
absolutely.
and we we'll wake up thinking one thing and go to bed thinking the opposite because we're able to change our fucking minds. And but I'm not a liberal. I'm not a conservative. Like I said, it depends on what you're asking me. What are we talking about?
exactly.
If you're asking me, should gay people get married? I don't give a fuck. Yes.
Yes.
I'm not gay, so I don't care.
I
Right.
don't care.
I mean, if the answer is, we all have equal fucking rights,
Okay.
then yeah, fucking, I don't care.
Here-
That doesn't affect me. I don't give a
Exactly.
fuck.
Here's
doesn't
my
affect
story on this. Right? I worked in the corporate structure. My boss was a gay guy. New Jersey passed a law that you can have civil unions but not get married. He told all the ladies were all giddy, they were going to throw him like some sort of shower and stuff like that. And he was like, no, don't. And he called me into his office one day and he's like, Tom, he's like, I'm going to get a civil union with Bob. I was like, all right, cool. He's like, what do you think about that? I was like, well, as somebody who's married, I don't know why anybody would want to sign up to get bitched at every fucking day. But, brother, it's your choice.
Yeah, look.
And he looked at me and he was like, okay. I was like, I don't give a fuck,
Look, equal fucking
Yeah.
rights under the law.
Yeah.
I like every American should
And-
be able to do the same
and-
shit.
and-
If you want to get married and fucking
Yes.
and get divorced and have half your shit taken away,
That's what I said.
I don't care if you're a man, woman,
That's-
whatever. It doesn't.
That was what.
I personally was never getting married.
But that was my.
I
wasn't either.
I
Yeah.
was I
But
personally
that
was
was
never
my
getting
comment to
married.
him. If you want
And
to
I-
sign up for that, go for it, brother.
And
I don't care.
I met Mike and I got pregnant and I had Ashton. The only reason we got married is because Mike got a job at the MUA and he had insurance benefits.
There you go.
We already lived together, we already had a kid, but in order for me to be on his medical
Right.
insurance, we had to be married. So that's the only reason we got married. But we were perfectly fine living together and having kids and
No,
not putting anything on paper.
but
because of the government and the regulations, in order for me to be covered on the insurance, we had to be married.
But I think two gay guys should have the same opportunity.
Oh,
Sure.
Or
they
two
should.
gay women should have the same
Absolutely.
fucking opportunity.
Sure.
Like they
Absolutely.
should be able to put each other on the same insurance
You
and
know
be
what?
able to visit each other
You know
in the
what?
hospital and all that shit.
I've talked to many gay people of both genders, and I found out in my lifetime I have more in common with them than I don't have in common with them. So there's no reason.
I don't know.
Did you-
I mean, I don't think. I mean, that's just a sexual orientation, right?
Well,
So-
they're- I mean,
basically-
they're human, and it's
Yeah,
like
I
you-
get it.
Basically,
you
that's
like
it.
You like what you like, and
Like
that's all there is to
like
it.
I said, like last year I was down in Cape May. I rented an Airbnb. The house happened to be owned by two gay gentlemen that were in a long time relationship. And you rented your room, you shared the kitchen, you shared the bathroom, whoever was there. I was hanging out back. They came out, they were like, "Hey, how you doing?" We hung out, we drank. They were like, I was like, "You mind if I smoke reefer?" And they're like, "No, cool." It turned out, in talking to these guys, one of the guys hunted and fished like all my freaking
All your redneck
redneck
friends, yeah.
friends up here do. This guy hunted and fished. He's like, "I'll meet you out on the steps at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll show you places to fish." This guy brought me out fishing 6 o'clock in the morning. Showed me killer places to fish along North Cape May area. Different jetties. I was banging fluke, bluefish, getting small stripers, every cast. This guy showed me what's going on. We had everything in common, except one thing. And that didn't nobody gave a fuck about
Right?
that.
Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody
Like,
gave a fuck about that.
Plus,
you know.
it's like I have so many friends that look like me or you.
Yes.
Right. And most of my friends are pretty fucking open minded, but some of them are closed minded.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean I'm not going to be friends with them.
Yes.
Because I know that, like, hey, if I need something, they're going to help me out, and I'm going to help them out. And
Yes.
it doesn't fucking, I don't agree with everything that they think or whatever,
No.
but I don't want to live in a fucking world where we all have to agree with each other.
Oh no. That's how you end up
But-
all wearing the same clothes
That's like
and
the
walking in
Stepford
lines.
Wives.
But it's like, I've had friends that like fucking are so homophobic that like I used to go to gay bars in Seattle at happy hour because the beers were cheap. And I had friends that were like, "Oh, going to the fag bar." I'm like, yeah, I'm getting fucking 50-cent fucking beers. Like,
It doesn't mean I'm going home with somebody.
Yeah.
they're like, well, what about all the homos? I'm like, well, first of all, look at me. How many women do you think are hitting on me every day? None. I'm like, yeah, just as many men are hitting on me too.
Exactly.
I'm like, look at me. And if they did hit on me, I would tell them I'm not gay, and they
Yes.
would be cool.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna just have this 50-cent fucking beer because
All
I'm.
right, you got to stop right there. What are you drinking, Janine?
I don't know. It's one of the beers you gave.
Oh,
okay.
that's
Yeah. Well, there's a part of you have to describe what you're drinking and tell everybody.
I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see.
It's a 08087, which is a zip code.
It's Pinelands Brewing Company. It looks like
It's pretty tasty.
in Little Egg Harbor, New Jersey.
It's good.
Yeah?
I like it.
Okay.
I
May-
like all beers.
Maybe
that's the
Sussex
problem.
County will see Pinelands Brewing Company.
They might.
And what I'm drinking right now
That
is
one is amazing.
I'm drinking from Neshaminy Creek in Pennsylvania. I'm drinking the Wayward Wheat.
That's really good.
This is an absolutely killer wheat beer.
It's very,
I'm glad they make it in 12-ounce cans in a 6-pack.
It's very easy drinking.
Yes, because it's very easy drinking. It doesn't kill you with alcohol, but I'm glad they made it in 6-packs.
It's good.
You know, and this is a
those.
really good fucking beer.
Yeah, it
Really good. Now, Neshaminy Creek, they got some good shit. This is really fucking good from their whatever their stable is in beers. This beer is substantial.
That's an everyday drinking beer.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I'm not drinking anything.
No.
'Cause, well, actually, I still have a little bit left in this can, so I'll finish that off. This shipyard this fucking smashed blueberry is killer. I was not expecting a stout when I poured this.
How did you guys like the Lucid Dragon?
We loved it. And
Yes.
it's great because it's a mystery beer because it doesn't tell you what kind of beer it is.
Yeah.
We've decided it's an IPA.
Yeah, we're guessing it's an India Pale Ale.
Yeah. A traditional. Like
Traditional.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad you liked it.
But yeah, we loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Man, I think it's time to close out. We've ranted enough.
Yeah. We did. We ranted enough. We're drinking.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm gonna go support another local business tonight. I'm
Okay.
gonna go over to Cafe Dolce and
Oh, I love Cafe
pick up some.
Dolce.
I'm gonna get some gelato.
Okay.
Take that home.
I like their crepes. Their crepes.
The crepes are
phenomenal.
killer. I had
The
last
save-
night. I had the Victoria and the there's another one that are the Angelo. I think they were
Their
both
savory
killer.
crepes are delicious.
Yeah. We had savory crepes for dinner last night after we left here.
Oh yeah, they're great.
You may or may have not noticed that my wife had a buzz when we left last night.
Yeah, she was feeling good. She
And
was
we-
enjoying the
Laura's
jukebox.
killer, man.
Oh, Laura's awesome. And so we stopped at Cafe Dolce. Like, I ordered it here, and I kept going, we have to go get our food. And she's like, nah, let's have another beer. I'm like, oh, well, okay.
We'll play some tunes. We'll have another beer.
Yeah. But we went over there and picked up crepes. They were fucking killer. Now she
Yeah.
wants ice cream.
Yeah.
So-
I love Cafe
Okay.
Dolce. They have
Yeah,
good stuff.
another local business.
Yes.
Man. Yeah. I could go pick up McDonald's on the way home.
You could.
Ugh.
McDonald's or pizza from any.
I did have McDonald's breakfast this morning.
Yeah, okay.
I
But-
love their sausage biscuits. That's my
Yeah,
favorite.
I gave the sausage to the dog and I ate but anytime I have a choice to spend money, I'm always looking for a local business to give my money to.
Yes.
Whether it's the people at the farmers market or it's Milk Street.
Yeah, that's
or,
me. That's
or,
me.
Or Stew and Dolly's or Rogue Cherry or whatever.
I wake up in the morning. I'm like, what am I gonna eat? And I open the refrigerator. I see what I have. I'm like, okay, I don't have to go anywhere to get anything to eat. But if I decide to, it's not a mega corporation by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, I only did.
I'll drive 2 towns over to get chili dogs from my hot dogs.
I only did that today
Yeah.
because I was having a little
Yes.
issues, and I was
Yes.
like, "Yeah, McDonald's breakfast is fun," and we do it once every 2 years.
Yes.
so it's okay.
Yes.
But yeah, you know what? I'm Splatterhead.
I'm Groby. And
That's-
we're here with Janine, the owner of Stew and Dolly's place.
Yes, I'm here.
And finally, you're open.
Finally.
You've been
After 2 years.
you've been building around us.
Major renovation.
You've been
Can't wait to be fully open.
You've been
but-
building around us doing this podcast for 2 years.
2 years. And when we're ready to open, we have COVID-19, and
Yes.
we're dealing with it.
There you go.
All right.
All right, we're out.
Yeah, we're out, people. And
Nation.
We'll see you next time, man.
Inebriation. Nation.
Yes.
And look for our drink at Milk Street.
Yeah. Well, wait for that to come out. Ow.
I'd have to say wheats are probably one of my favorites.
Yes.
That's what I had at Glenmere yesterday. It was a summer hazy wheat.
Soak it up.
Yeah, I did try to. That's the one you won, like the grand thing in the beer fest.